Hello everybody and welcome to qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix, which is in Montreal, if you didn't know already. But I presume you do because, well, you're very informative about Formula 1 and its tracks and its great racing, and well, we're not quite racing here in this fantastic track yet. We're just doing qualifying, so it's only qualifying, everybody, but people are going absolutely 110% on their laps here, attacking it as much as they can. There, you could see Mark in UFC there coming through the final chicane, locking up there. Will that affect his time? Well, no, it doesn't, because he does go on pole position, so he will be starting first in this Grand Prix. So congratulations to Mark. However, there are still a few drivers still out on a. Oh no, never mind. Manti was first. He's dropped down to second now, I believe, and he was on a quick lap then, and I was going to say and build up Mantu's lap, but unfortunately he has either ran out of fuel, cut a corner and got an invalidated lap, or he's made a mistake. And Schatz only stays in P10, so not a great performance there for the Haas driver, but he is within a reach of getting a point or two. So if he can stay in that position in the race, he'll definitely get a point, obviously. Yep, here are the results then for qualifying. So we know the top two. Ball Boy will be starting third. Time for Pace in P4 there. Followed by Sweaty Bunny, Caesar, Ollie Flavel, James Said, Hamilton and Schatz making up the top 10. Anyway, that has been qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix. I'll see you in the race. Well, here we are then on the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. Everybody's excited about this because there has been some weather predictions that it might rain in the race, but we're not too sure yet. It seems like it's going to dry up, or clear up actually I should say, because it hasn't even rained yet, so don't know why I said that, but yeah, so it's not likely that it's going to rain, but at the moment there is a slight chance, as you can see from the clouds, some dark, some light, so we'll just have to wait and see how that develops on the weather front here. Ball Boy here, we're riding on board with him as always, because hardly anyone else decided to record these races, which is a big shame. Oh, and there is a routine takeout from James Z14 there, and I have to say I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10 for effort, because, well, it could have been more dramatic, maybe do it into the hairpin, but he just did it just before, so yeah, anyway, other leagues would have given him a 10 race ban, but not in the FRL, although that could change under his new leadership, which shall be announced, even though I've just announced it now, but I think everybody in the FRL knows it. So anyway, here we go then. It's time to start this race. Finally, the 5 lights are going to come on. They have come on now, and when they go out, the Grand Prix is go! So let's see who gets a good start off the line there. Well, Mark gets an average start here. Ball Boy looking to the inside line, not enough space really to make a move into turn 1 there, and oh, a bit of contact there. Ball Boy had to avoid somebody coming down his inside, and that was Mantu's teammate there. Time for Pace now up into P3, so he's in a podium position here. Lots of crashes going on behind. You can just about see the chaos unfold in Ball Boy's mirrors here, and Ball Boy then making a move on Mantu. So Mantu struggling out of that previous corner there, and with the slipstream, Ball Boy was able to get ahead. So Ball Boy is now into P3 now. Mark still leads the Grand Prix though, and Time for Pace is second. So quite a bit of mixing of an overtaking and action going on in this first lap of the Grand Prix, as you would expect. Well, there will be DRS on lap 3, so who knows, possibly Time for Pace, if he stays within the second, he can overtake Mark, but well, that's not going to happen anymore, will it? Because Ball Boy was shaping up an overtake on Time for Pace, but then the safety car came out, so he had to give that position back to Time for Pace there, and they both head in the pits, and crucially, Mark, NUFC, I believe, has stayed out. We can't see his Williams pit crew anywhere. Is that it there? I don't even know. I didn't see the Williams crew out there, so I think he stayed out then. So he's going for a different strategy, or he was very unlucky, and I think this is actually what happened here. He was very unlucky in that as he came around the final chicane, the safety car came out. So he probably got called out by the timing, but of course we can't have any visual evidence apart from the mini map. So I guess you could rewind the video and see exactly where he was when the safety car came out. And that's VY going a bit slowly there. And Ballboy handing the position had to stump on his brakes, and well, that was nearly Time for Pace crashing into the back of him. And well, I've just noticed that Time for Pace has been overtaken by Ballboy in the pit stop, so Ferrari, having a fantastic pit stop, has allowed them to jump the McLaren there of Time for Pace. That could be crucial come the end of this Grand Prix. Of course, Ballboy hasn't won a race yet this season, although he has led the championship. Well, he is leading at the championship at the moment, I believe. Or is that Sweaty Bunny? I've completely forgotten. Anyway, we'll find out at the end of this Grand Prix if he is still leading the championship, or if he ever was leading the championship going into this Grand Prix. And we're waiting for the safety car here to come in. It's now lap 5, so this is a very long safety car period here. And well, VY there locking up there, and there seems to be a bit of trouble ahead here. People overtaking. There's a Mercedes of Hamilton trying to get through. Maybe that was a bit of revenge from what happened in Australia, of course. And finally now the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. And well, is that yeah, Caesar, I believe, has left the session, so that's unfortunate for him. Mercedes having some technical issues there, and there's VY getting a bit of damage already before the green flag is waved, and that was off the back of ZZ. So ZZ Public in the Haas doing a fantastic job there in P2, and I believe Sharks is still in this race, so it could be a good day for Haas, considering the pit stop phase is out of the way, of course. Although actually, speaking about pit stops, ZZ still needs to come in, and so does VY, and oh, that's VY Gaming spinning. Well, not out of the Grand Prix, but he's definitely out of contention here, as we are now underway once again. And Ballboy now retains the third place he had before the safety car came out, which would have been P2, but yep, never mind. And who is in the lead? Is that, I can't really see exactly who is in the lead of the Grand Prix, but it's definitely not a Williams. So Mark, I thought Mark was leading, but he must have made his pit stop then the lap after the safety car came out. So it is Ferrari. Now, most of us would definitely assume that would have been Mole, and I think it is. Let's have a look. Well, we can't really see, can we? Because I know during the season, or so far in the season, just to make things a little bit more time relevant, there were a few issues with Mole, and Mole was complaining about understeer, oversteer, and in the end, it's looking like Mole is going to quit Ferrari, but those are just rumours currently that are being held in Maranello. But in Canada here, Ballboy sets the fastest lap, and he makes a move there on ZZ Public 531. What a fantastic move that is. And I've just realised there it's Blizzard. So Blizzard had made a move from Renault to Ferrari just before this Grand Prix. And well, that is exactly why he is in the Ferrari here. And yeah, I do apologise. I should have said that a long time ago. Well, I should have said it 9 minutes and 20 seconds ago, to be honest with you. But oh well, never mind. We are still racing, and to be honest with you, it's just the colour of the car really, and the team and the points and the constructors championship on the line there. But interesting how Blizzard switches from Renault, which at this moment in time are leading the constructors to Ferrari, who are in 3rd place, and of course Sweaty here in the Force India are in 2nd place in the constructors. So yeah, although Ferrari and Force India are tied, it was looking like Sweaty and Force India had the stronger package. But as things quickly change in the FRL and Formula 1 in real life, it seems as if Ferrari now are the favourites to win the championship, with Ollie Flavel all the way down in the lower end of the points. And as I say that, Sweaty Bunny makes the move on the Ferrari into turn 1 here, and he does take 2nd place in the Grand Prix. So it's looking as if Blizzard is going to win this Grand Prix, followed by Sweaty and Ballboy in 3rd, and Hamilton doing an absolutely incredible job of getting P4 here. And oh, Blizzard's in the pits. So I thought Blizzard made his pit stop under the safety car, but apparently that wasn't the case, and he stayed out and he went for a different strategy, and now he's going to be on the faster compound tyre. So you should see Blizzard close up tremendously here. He's going to have to overtake Hamilton, which is obviously extremely dangerous, but it looks like he's done that already. So great job there by the Ferrari pit crew, as always. And well, now we head on to the final lap of the Grand Prix here, approaching the chicane. You can see Blizzard made up about 10 seconds in the last 4 or 5 laps. An incredible job there by the Ferrari driver. Heading into the hairpin, Ballboy makes a mistake here, and Blizzard might get the position here, you know. He's got DRS now, remember, and he'll definitely have the run here coming into the chicane. Is he going to make a move? Is Ballboy going to put up a fight? Here we go into the final corner of the Grand Prix, and Blizzard down the inside, and he's got the position. So Blizzard will take P2 there, but let's not forget Sweaty Bunny in the Force India is going to win the... No, he doesn't! Sweaty had a penalty, and Blizzard had a penalty. So that means that Ballboy 57 is going to win his first Grand Prix of the season. And here's a battle here for P6. There's Ollie Flavel trying to overtake the McLaren Honda of Mantu. He can't quite do it though. And it's going to be Mantu in P6, Ollie P7. And who is that in P8? I have no idea. But, well, now I have an idea. It was Ollie Flavel because he did receive a time penalty for cutting the first corner, I believe. So P7 will go to time for pace. P6 then goes to Sharts. Sharts has got up from P10 where he started to P6, so that's a fantastic job from him. Francis Jessica gets P10, and Caesar, although he DNF'd, he still gets P9 there. So that is the result of the Grand Prix. Mark retired very early on there. We didn't quite see exactly what happened to him, but I'm hearing reports he did crash at the chicane at the Wall of Champions. But those are only rumours, so I'm not going to say more into that. But what a Grand Prix that has been. This has definitely closed up the championship even more, and just electrified things really, because we got to see a lot of battles here in this Grand Prix today. And well, the next one is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And as everybody knows, that Grand Prix is very chaotic, and usually you get about 100 crashes before lap 3. So, well, especially with Halsey in the driving seat of a car. No matter what that car is. Sorry, Halsey. Anyway, that has been the Canadian Grand Prix. And, well, hopefully time won't fly as slowly as Extreme flies through every Grand Prix circuit on F1 2017 and 16 and 15 and 14 and 13 and 12 and 11 and 2010 and even the game on 2009 on the Wii. And I suggest you all buy a Switch. Anyway, that has been the Canadian Grand Prix, and until the next race in Azerbaijan, goodbye.